Domestic violence is a complicated issue. There are many elements that go into it, and not all of them are necessarily obvious all the time. Childcare is a prime example of that. Think about it. In Kansas City, Missouri, childcare costs about $12,000 a year. Imagine being in a destructive relationship and feeling like you had to choose between leaving and providing for your child. I had the opportunity to visit Hope House back in 2018 as a participant in a women's leadership symposium. I anticipated seeing how the Hope House staff help each of their clients. I didn't quite anticipate seeing how the Hope House staff helps their clients' children too. I saw the Hope House staff playing with them, reading to them, and making sure they had a welcoming, nurturing environment. Helping families of domestic abuse means focusing on their children too. Domestic violence victims are often concerned with two basic things: protecting and providing for herself and her children. High-quality childcare helps both issues, and it's simply the right thing to do. Communities who invest in early childhood education see $7 in return for every $1 they invest.
Childcare is one of the issues that Joni and I worked very hard on when we were in the mayor's office. Like domestic violence itself, the barriers to childcare and early childhood education exist in every zip code in this entire city. When the life of a family is disrupted as a result of domestic violence, clearly that affects the children in that family as well. Under these traumatic circumstances, access to high-quality childcare and pre-K programs are exceptionally important to a woman and her children. The opportunity for women affected by domestic violence to find high-quality childcare to protect their children in a nurturing and safe environment offers many advantages to both her and her child. But as Joni said, this isn't cheap. $12,000 a year is a big chunk of any family's income. Access to high-quality childcare and pre-K can provide a safe and nurturing environment for the children of victims of domestic violence. Providers, teachers, and staff in high-quality systems are much more likely to be able to recognize the symptoms of a child in distress. Many of the symptoms of childhood trauma include things like lack of focus, a lack of concentration, changes in play habits, anger, behavior that's aggressive towards other children. A well-trained teacher or staff will be able to recognize these symptoms, and they probably have access to some remedial resources that can help. They are the ones in the best possible position to be able to appropriately intervene in a child's life at this critical time. We know that domestic violence does not discriminate. It happens in every neighborhood. It happens to women who are rich, to who are poor, who are black, and who are white. But we also know that statistically speaking, women from low-income environments are 2.5 times more likely to be victims of abuse. We talk about the double whammy of being a victim of domestic violence and also being unable to easily and affordably access the type of childhood care and the type of childhood programming that parents need in this critical time in their child's life. This is what contributes to some kids entering kindergarten 2 years behind at the age of 5. It's also one of the things that contributes to poor kids being 30 million words behind their more middle-class and stable counterparts at the age of 3. These are the things that are brought about as a direct result of domestic violence, and these are the things that quality child care and quality early childhood programs can absolutely help ameliorate.
We must put more emphasis on making sure that all families, particularly those families more likely to be impacted by domestic violence, have access to high-quality early childcare. If we agree that women in poverty are more likely to be victims of domestic violence, then shouldn't we be doing more to end that cycle of violence? That means investing more in early childhood education. Ending that vicious cycle means making sure that every child has the tools that he or she needs to start their academic career off right. Ask your lawmakers at every level, what are they doing to increase access to early childhood education? If we don't use our voices for children, then who will?
The Hope House hotline is answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single day of the year. You can contact them at 816-461-4673. Not only that, the staff, the caring adults, the survivors, the children who are part of the Hope House system are worthy of your support. You can find out more by visiting them at their website at hopehouse.net.